going to continue where we left off at. So now we've labeled our circle graph, 25%, 35%, and 40%. And the title of our graph, of course, is our school orchestra. So we label that. And then, of course, we want to make sure we have a key down at the bottom. So our key has 3 parts. And we have, so this is going to be our key. And then you can color code it however you want to, but this would be, of course, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. So go ahead and finish up the, that graph and color it in so it's done. And then we'll move on to number 7. I'm going to pause this a moment and you can get that done first. Okay, so number 6, make sure that you finish your circle graph. Make sure that it has a title. Make sure it has a key, and then make sure you color code it and color it in. So on. All right, let's go on to number 7. We're going into number 7, which is we're going to find the area of a circle to the nearest whole unit. So to the nearest whole unit. So number 7, we're going to draw our circle, of course, and we're going to label that 12 feet. And we have our formula is area is equal to pi times radius squared. So in this case, we have our radius is 12 feet. So 12 squared would be like 12 times 12. And 12 times 12, of course, is 144. We've done that before. So then we multiply pi, 3.14 times 144. So 3.14, use your calculator, times 144, and we end up with 452.16. And this time we want to round it to the nearest whole number. So nearest whole number be, in this case, if you said 452, you are exactly right. So we're going to say the area is equal to 452 feet squared, and then box that in. And again, if it's going too fast, just make sure everything is written down, number 1, and stop and pause this video if you need to catch up. I'm going to move on to number 8. Number 8, we have a circle. And this circle has a radius of 30 miles. So radius of 30 miles. So again, area is equal to pi times radius squared. And the radius is 30. So 30 squared, which is 30 times 30. And 3 times 3, of course, is 9. And so if you know by heart, you can just put it down. So otherwise you can punch in a calculator, times 30 times 30, which is of course 900. You don't even need your calculator. So pi 3.14 times 900. And go ahead and use your calculator for that. 900 times 3.14, and you should get 2,826 right on the nose. And then you can label it miles squared, for area is equal to 2,826 miles squared. We don't have to even round that one. Number 9, we have a circle that has a diameter of 18 meters. So our formula, of course, is area is equal to pi times radius squared. Since the diameter is 18, that would make our radius what? If you said 9, you are correct. 9 squared is like saying 9 times 9. And you know your basic facts, that would be 81, of course. And so 3.14 times 81. and you should get 254 and 34/100ths. But we want to round this to the nearest whole number, so 254 and 34/100ths would round to make our area 254, and then we have meters squared. Box that in. Number 10, we have to find the area of a circle with a radius of 5 feet. Again, draw a circle with a radius of 5 feet. Write down our formula. Area is equal to pi times radius squared. Our radius is 5 feet, so 5 feet squared, so 5 times 5 is equal to 25. 3.14 pi times 25, use your calculator, is equal to 78.5, and we want to find the area, and we're going to use our same direction. We're going to put that into a whole number, so 78.5 is equal to, rounds to 79 feet squared. Number 11, we want to find the area of a circle with a radius of 2.1 centimeters. So a circle with a radius of 2.1 centimeters. So again, area is equal to pi times radius squared. We want 2.1 centimeters squared, which is 2.1 times 2.1. Well, we're going to get about 4 something. So let's, you can work out paper pencil if you like to. 2.1 times 2.1 is equal to 4.41. So pi times 4.1 is equal to 13.8474. And so this is going to be our area, but we want to round this to the nearest whole number. So we're going to get, say, is this closer to 13 or 14? And if you said 14, you are correct. So it is, area is equal to 14 centimeters squared. Here we go. Now number 12 and 13 and 14 are actually really fun because we're going to find the area of multiple figures. So we're going to draw this shape. Looks like a basketball free throw lane, and we're going to label it 5 feet and 4 feet, and we want to find the area of this shape to the nearest tenth of a unit. So if we find the area of the rectangle, we're going to find area is equal to length times width. Write the formula down, which is 4 times 5, so the area of the rectangle is 20 feet squared. So that's pretty easy, but we're going to keep that, we're going to circle that because that's only part of our answer. We want to find the area of our circle. Now this is only half a circle, so we're going to find the area of a full circle and then cut it in half. So if we want to find the area of a circle, we go pi times radius squared, of course, and radius squared. The radius, now if this length is 4, that would be the diameter, so this is 4 feet. So of course the radius is half of that. And half of that, of course, is 2, but it's 2 squared. So 2 times 2, of course, is 4. So pi, 3.14 times 4, which is about 12 something, is equal to 12.56. And we want to round that to the nearest tenth of a unit. But first of all, we're going to, before we do that, we're going to divide this by 2 because we want half of this, because it's only half of a circle. So we're going to divide that by 2, which gives us 6.28. And we're going to, so we put that together, 6.28 feet squared plus our 20 feet squared. So that gives us 26.28 feet squared. we round it to the nearest tenth. So round it to the nearest tenth. So we want to say that our area, final answer for area of that shape is 26.3 feet squared, and that's our final answer. And then we go to number 13. Again, this is kind of a fun one as well. We want to find, let's draw this real quick, the square, and then we have circle, circle, circle. And actually this looks like a lot, but it's really pretty simple actually. So we're going to, and this is 1 meter, and we want to find the area of that whole shape. So 1 meter times 1 meter. The area is equals length times width, of course. So 1 times 1 is equal to 1. So 1 meter squared. Now that's the area of just that square. And then we want to find the area of the circle. So pi times radius squared. Well, if the whole side is 1, that means that the half of that, the radius, half of it, would be 0.5, which is half. So then we want, of course, that's squared, so 0.5 times 0.5 squared. So 0.5 times 0.5 is actually 25. So if you have 5 cents times 5 cents, that's equal to 25 cents, right? So times pi. I'm going to multiply that times pi, which is equal to 0.785. So that's the area of one circle. Now we have 4 half circles. So that is the area of one full circle. So this side and this side, and they're equal. So, and then we have, since we have 2 of those, since we have 4 halves, so actually 2 full circles, we're going to multiply this times 2. So times 2, which is 1.57. This has a lot of steps to it, so 1.57 is the area of both of those circles. And again, slow down and stop if you need to. So this is the area of the 2 half circles, and of course it is meters squared. But we want to put this together with this, which is pretty simple. Just add 1. So our final answer for the area of this whole shape is 2.57, but we want to round it to the nearest whole tenth. So actually area is equal to 2.6 meters squared. So lots of steps, but our calculations are pretty easy. And then we're going to go on to number 14, which is kind of another cool shape. So we have number 14, we have this half circle, and we have this triangle. So we have a triangle and then a half circle. So we want to find the area of the triangle. Area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 of base times height. And then we want to find the area of a circle, which of course is pi times radius squared, but it's only half of a circle. So I'm going to pause that, and we'll finish that up on the next tape.